Hi, and welcome to Digital Tech Reviews and Tips, guys. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick unboxing of the brand new DJI Mic 3 here, giving you a look at what is included in the kit, as well as giving you a side-by-side comparison between this new microphone and the old DJI Mic 2, so you can see the differences in the build as well as the sound quality too, because I am currently using the DJI Mic 2. So by the end of this video, I'll actually be recording on one of these DJI Mic 3 units, and you can see how it sounds. Now, that aside, I'm not going to waste your time too much with chit chat up front. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, but otherwise, let's just get into opening this thing up. Looking at the box here, super simple box, very similar to Apple boxes, basically microphone on the front, logos on the side, bunch of gibberish on the bottom. On the back, you do see like the new features and what's included, but yeah, there's not too much to see. It's a very small, cheap box because yeah, it's a small product. So let's get to opening it up. Sliding it out, and whoa, that is basically everything. There's a little other packet there, but otherwise that's it for what's in the box. You can set that aside, and let's take a look at the little diagrams and quick start guides and etc. that DJI includes. So sliding that out here, we can see first thing, you do get stickers. So if that was the reason you were watching this video, to see, yes, well, clarify, you get sticker. It looks like you get one DJI sticker and a micro SD card sticker, but that's kind of cool. You know, I mean, I usually just put them on my case or whatever, but some people put them on their laptops or their water bottles or whatever. Basically, you're free advertising for DJI. You also do get some safety guidelines. We don't need safety, so we can chuck that aside. And then you get a quick start guide, which is very quick, but should hopefully help you get you started without having to watch too many tutorials online, or checking out the full user manual. Now that's all you get for paper, because these mics are pretty easy to use. DJI does a good job with the DJI Mic 2, and the new microphones are really not too different in their use. And if anything, they're a little easier because you can connect them to the DJI Mimo app. Now here is the case it comes with. This is a very new case. They didn't really actually include any carrying case for the previous generation. All you got was this, kind of case to put the mic in, and then all your other stuff like the little windscreen here, you were out of luck because there was no place to put it in there. So you kind of just had to, I don't know. Yeah, it's not a great system. So DJI, I think, heard the complaints, heard the criticisms. Now you get this nice little carrying case. I don't really know what it's made out of. It's kind of like a neoprene, but it's not very durable probably, but you don't need that with a microphone case. Like, it does its job, it zips closed, it has a little nice pocket clip here. You can clip to something or just, carry it, whatever. But here's all the stuff inside that you get, including the microphones itself. So that's nice, makes that very easy. Let's start with the accessories. You do get some little dead kittens, as they call them, but basically these are the fluffy windshields for the microphones. It looks like they give you them in two different colors, which that's pretty considerate because, yeah, this color is nice, and this has been the general color that DJI and most companies include, is this kind of gray-white, but yeah, putting a black is much nicer, especially if the person's wearing a black shirt, and then you have the black microphone, that blends in a lot better. So that's actually pretty cool that they include a couple extra in different colors. Now, otherwise, you get your cables, because even while the transmitters or microphones themselves don't have any 3.5 millimeter jacks for putting in a lav, you can still go 3.5 millimeter from the receiver to your camera. So you do need that cable, and you also need something to charge the receiver, or I think to charge the charging case, because there is no USB-C ports on the actual units themselves. So here you go, you get your 3.5 millimeter jack. This will go from the receiver to your camera if you don't want to go out and buy the little extra accessory that allows you to connect it directly through the hot shoe to your Sony cameras. That's gonna work just fine in pretty much every other situation. It's so small, so easily. The one thing I kind of am a little bit annoyed is that it's not a curled cable itself. They kind of do this thing where it's in this curled format, so when you connect it, it'll pull kind of tight, but yeah, maybe I'd like to see a little more stretch put in there. But otherwise, yeah, USB-C charging cable, that's nice. USB-C to USB-C, you can never have enough of those. Otherwise, last accessory before we get finally to the actual mics themselves are the magnets, which Man, I don't know how I have not lost any of these yet. They are constantly falling off my shirts when I go to take the mic away and forget that I'm using the magnet rather than the clip. But you get the idea, guys. Here's the magnets. They aren't already clipped onto the microphones, so if you haven't found them when you open this up and you're like, where are the magnets? They probably are either in the bag still or maybe fell on the ground or are attached to the case like that and you didn't see it or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's your magnets. You get 2 magnets. Try not to lose them. It's a little hard. I'm assuming there's probably going to be some people on Amazon selling cheap versions for those of us who do lose them. So that's nice. Now, finally, here we have the microphone set itself. It says press to unlock. Boom, there we go. Sticker in the way. We can get rid of that. And we can see right, boom, after opening it up, it's already connecting, showing the battery levels of the units, like super nice. The biggest upgrade, I personally think, besides just the fact that, you know, there's actual spec upgrades and you can connect to like 8 microphones or whatever, or 8 receivers, 4 microphones, is the fact that you can have these little windscreens on and close the case. I mean, that is such a small thing, but to be honest, that's a big deal because like I said, with this version, you cannot do that. If you have a windscreen on the microphone, for example, like this, and you go to close the case, well, shoot, that does not work. So yeah, you always had to take it off or just don't bring both mic units and put it in there. So now the fact that they actually made the microphone smaller, the case itself is also smaller, but it's kind of a similar size, which they did because, yeah, it makes much more sense to make the case a little bit bigger and just make it so everything can fit. You can also have the magnets on here as well, I'm pretty sure. So basically you can have everything you need in the case with the mics and not have to use this potentially, which, I mean, it's nice they include it, but that's, you know, just a little bigger. Otherwise, now you can have all in the case. But let's skip that part to start actually recording on the microphone in 32-bit float so we can get a see if, okay, so now it's going to make me connect it. Can we skip that? Yeah, we can. Beautiful. Indoors, and it looks like there we're going. We can maybe start recording, but I want to see, make sure 32-bit float is on out of the box because sometimes they don't do that. Low cut, gain, super easy menu system. There we go. Turn on 32-bit float recording, guys. And now I can go ahead and start recording. Let's see. No, you can't start recording on here, but you can start recording, or maybe you can if you swipe over to the mic. I don't know, but you can start recording right there. And I don't know if you could tell that. I'll pause it again just to show you, but I'll bring the mic, my mic 2, down to the mic 3, and you can hear that little noise right there, that haptic feedback. That is something that separates DJI's mics from every other mic on the market. So it might seem like a super small thing, but the fact that this makes a little vibration when you press record is very convenient for when you have this tucked away in your pocket or on your shirt and you can't quite see the light. You can know that, oh, if I pressed it and it buzzed once, that means it's recording, or if it gives me a double buzz, that means I just stopped recording. Like, really small thing, but man, that makes a big difference when you're actually using it day to day. Now, I'll switch over to the DJI Mic 3 if I haven't already, as I bring it up and put it on my shirt collar here next to the DJI Mic 2. And so now hopefully you can kind of get a test of which one sounds better. So right now we're going to have the DJI Mic 3 testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And then I'll switch over to the DJI Mic 2, DJI Mic 2 testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let me know down below which one you think sounds better, though I am also going to have a more in-depth review of really pretty much every microphone on the market that uses 32-bit float. So if you want a more in-depth review, go check that out. But otherwise, yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I'll give you a quick look side by side at the receivers. Basically identical, except for, yeah, they're basically identical. It looks like you actually can charge the new one with USB-C as well. That's nice. But otherwise, pretty similar. Maybe the screen's a little smaller, so they went with a slightly smaller size on the new receiver. I guess that's okay. You don't really need a big screen. You just basically need to see, am I connected? What's my levels doing and stuff like that. So yeah, not gonna miss the slight screen real estate, but otherwise that is it, guys. I think, yeah. Overall, pretty impressed out of the box of the look of these new microphones. Seems basically same build quality as the previous generation, but a lot smaller package, while still bringing all the good features over from the DJI Mic 2, unlike the DJI Mic Mini, which really isn't a recording unit. It's just a microphone that transmits wirelessly to your camera, or to your phone, or whatever. So personally, I'm a much bigger fan of something like the DJI Mic 3. If you're on a budget, get the kit that only includes one microphone, or get the one that literally is just a microphone and connect it to Bluetooth or to your DJI product. But otherwise, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope this video was helpful to you in showing you what's included, or just getting an idea of what this product is. If you do want a deeper dive on the DJI Mic 3 or any other 32-bit float wireless lav microphone, go check out my channel for full reviews and comparisons there. And if you are planning on buying one of these microphones, I do appreciate it if you click through my affiliate links in the description, as that does help support my channel so I can make videos like this and other future ones. But as I said, that is it for today's video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Peace out. Have a nice day. Bye.